One of the most fascinating things that I find regarding Elon Musk is his ability to remain relevant every single year and continue to dominate the headlines. And today is no different, as once again, Elon Musk has dominated the headlines as we have some breaking news here. Elon Musk came out and announced that he is stepping down as the CEO of Twitter, and he will be hiring/appointing a new CEO. Now, this comes to a shock to a lot of people because a lot of people, including myself, we all know how Elon Musk is. He likes to play around. He likes to joke. He does these polls. Should I do this? Should I do that? Some of you guys might recall that back in December of 2022, Elon Musk actually did a poll, and he even made this joke that basically said, I will resign from CEO as soon as I find someone foolish enough to take the job. And it's just okay, that doesn't sound like somebody who's serious about leaving Twitter, but turns out a few months later, he was serious. He actually is stepping down as the CEO of Twitter, and he has hired a new person. We have no idea who it is. A lot of people are speculating. Some people think that it could be the former CEO of YouTube, Susan, or this person or that person. One thing that we do know is that it is a woman. We do not know that for a fact based on his tweet. As a matter of fact, let's read his tweet. Elon Musk's tweet says, "Excited to announce that I've hired a new CEO for X." That's the parent company that he has, /Twitter. She will be starting in 6 weeks. My role will transition to being executive chair and chief technology officer, overseeing product and software. Now, one of the interesting dynamics about this is you have the guy who is already mega rich, one of the richest men in the world. He's the CEO of all these other companies like SpaceX and different things like that. And, if I were coming in as the CEO, I would kind of expect that I would get full autonomy to kind of do what I want. But we're not really getting that here. What we're getting is we're getting the guy that already bought the platform and owns it, just simply kind of demoting himself and stepping into a different executive role and promoting somebody else as the CEO so they could take care of some of the duties that he might be too busy for. But one of the things that is kind of troubling about this, at least if I were to come in as a CEO, is to see that, wait a minute, so you're stepping down as CEO, but you're just going to be the chief technology officer while you're still owning the company? Doesn't really sound like I'm going to really be the CEO here. At least those are my thoughts. My honest thoughts are Elon Musk may not be the CEO anymore, but he's definitely going to still be running the company and making all of the decisions and doing whatever he wants. So I'm not even exactly sure why there's even a need for a CEO if you're just going to be the chief technology officer. It just doesn't make sense to me. I thought it would actually be smarter had he just stepped away completely. Just said, you know what? I'm stepping down. I trust you to run the company. You be the CTO. You be this. And you guys just take it from here. I'm going to go back to Tesla. I'll chime in every once in a while and come to the board meetings and stuff, but you guys just do your thing. But I feel like that's not really what we're saying. I feel like all we're saying is Elon just slightly taking some of the duties away from himself, kind of delegating a little bit. CEO's kind of a lot. I really want to focus on running the other companies. Okay, you seem like you're a good fit for the job. Okay, you go ahead and do your thing. I'll just step down a little bit. It really is a weird dynamic. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about Elon Musk's tenure, kind of his legacy, his short stint as being the CEO of Twitter. He did a lot of controversial things. There was a lot of things he did that I agree with. There are a lot of people that got banned on Twitter. And one of the things that I really do appreciate Elon Musk for is there are a lot of people who just downright had their voices taken away just because they didn't agree with what the social order said is right. That CNN woke left thinking or whatever people, I don't even know what you call it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. We live in this world now where everybody has to think the same. And if you don't think that way and you spew something that doesn't fit the social order's narrative and what they think is right and how a human being should think, you get banned on everything. You get banned on Facebook, you get banned on Twitter, Instagram, MySpace, whatever. You get banned on everything. So I actually thought that was a good policy that Elon did when he brought a lot of the people who got banned back to Twitter. I really thought that was the right thing to do. One of the other controversial things that happened, though, is you had this, he did the $8 thing. That one I didn't really agree with. He took away the verification checks. I really didn't like that. I thought it was a bad idea. I understand why he did it, though. It's a bad idea overall, in my opinion. But in terms of bringing more revenue for the company and making more money, it was a good idea because I'll tell you guys something. His idea did so well. At least I think it did so well that Facebook actually copied it. That's what makes me think that it did well. Obviously, I don't have any data or numbers to determine how much money they actually made. But the fact that Facebook saw it and was like, let's go ahead and copy that to the point where now they allow you to buy an Instagram check to make yourself verified was just a very interesting angle that Elon Musk came from. Now, the reason why I personally didn't agree with it is because I kind of looked at verified people as, I can verify that it's really them. And it's not even a celebrity thing. I think the verification check was good for just determining who the legit people are. You know what I mean? Like people who are actually established, or accomplished, got something going on, a little bit more verifiable, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe a journalist or something like that. I really didn't like the fact that any and anybody could just get a blue check mark. And now it's confusing because I normally look to the blue check mark people to get accurate information. And instead, I just got clowns with 5 followers with a blue check mark. It's like, I don't care about your opinion, dude. Like, why do you have a check mark? So it was just frustrating to me. But, you had a lot that went on under Elon's tenure, and you had some things that people agree with, you had some things that people didn't agree with and that they strongly disliked. Overall, if I had to give Elon a grade, I would honestly probably give him a B-. I don't think he did awful. I don't think he did great. Obviously, he has not been running Twitter all that long, so it'll be interesting to see how the new CEO does. But I think, he was in this period where he was just so distraught by how much he paid for it that he's just throwing darts at the wall. He's like, what the heck can we do to make more money? We're already losing advertisers because these crybabies don't like me because I like free speech. So they're, you're going to unban people that we don't like. We're leaving. And, all that crybaby stuff. So, I don't think Elon did the worst job in the world. I know when he very first got control of Twitter, I was very critical of him at first, but now that things have kind of settled down a little bit, I actually do think that Twitter has gotten better since he took over, if I'm being honest. I really do believe that Twitter has become a better app since Elon took over, as opposed to Parag Agrawal and all the other crazy people who were just banning people. I mean, there were some accounts that I used to follow that were banned, and now they're unbanned, and I get to enjoy what they have to say and listen to them because they're unbanned. So that's just kind of how I feel about the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, the Tesla shareholders are happy. Tesla went up a little bit, and it'll just be very interesting to see where Twitter goes from here. You know what I'm very interested in saying? I actually think that if Elon Musk does this the right way, I actually think that Twitter can compete against YouTube. I don't know how they would change the app to make it more video friendly. I don't know how they would do that. But I just think that Twitter is really that place where people go to for news. It really has become that place. Like, where else do people go? People in my generation, I mean, I know the older folks are still watching cable news, but for me, I don't even have cable. Like, I don't need it. I got Netflix and I got my little sports package so I can watch basketball, but that's really all I need. So for me, I'm getting my news on Twitter. So the fact that he basically just signed this deal with Tucker Carlson and, he's trying to do this thing where creators get some of the money and different things like that, I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see who exactly the CEO is. I think that's going to be something that's interesting so we can look into her background and see exactly how she's going to do and what the steps are going to be to actually get Twitter to make some freaking money the way that Facebook has made money for years. You know what I mean? So yeah, those are really my thoughts on the entire situation. Crazy bombshell situation we got here. Make no mistake, folks, Elon Musk may be stepping down, but he is not leaving in his role of dominating what Twitter does and the direction of it going forward. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see where things go from here. So, all right, those are my thoughts. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys in the next one.